What is up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be spectating random players in Fortnite Zero build for the first time in Chapter 6, going over what they do well, what they could do differently, and just the state of the game right now. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more, and comment down below what you think of Chapter 6 so far. Personally, I really like it. I like it a lot more than Chapter 5. And I think among chapter opening seasons, this is definitely one of my favorite. Obviously, it is early, so it's hard to tell. But as of now, I think this might be my second favorite start to a chapter behind Chapter 4. For this game, I don't really know where I want to land. I guess we could go Demon's Dojo. I'm kind of concerned that no one will go there, though. I feel like this map doesn't really have just one central hot spot that is like known for being a consistently hot POI. But Demon's Dojo was an early POI in the bus path. It does have a mythic and a medallion. I feel like people are kind of iffy on how they feel about this medallion and mythic and like the mythic weapon. I think everyone kind of likes the mythic void mask with 50 uses, but I've had quite a bit of games where people just leave the medallion and take the mask and the SMG. And I've also had a decent amount of games where I run into the medallion player. They have the void mask, but they didn't take the mythic SMG. So I feel like of these mythics, people aren't really set, you know, 100% on how they feel about it. I want to land on this guy. He's got the all black superhero skin. Should be pretty sweaty. This will be a decent, you know, person to watch, hopefully. Closer. Got a void boon right away as well, which is going to be great. I really like the void boon. It's probably my favorite of the boons. Gives you a little radar ping once you eliminate somebody. And that isn't always the biggest deal in solos, but I would imagine in team game modes, it's huge. I think in team game modes, it goes when you knock somebody too. But in team game modes, it can be huge because people are likely to be close to each other, like close to their teammate. But even in solos, I've had times where like it really benefits me to have that scan. Ends up eliminating one of those spirits. I'm not really sure what they're doing. They're full health already, and the spectator is bugged. Seems like nobody else came here. I would just want to quickly loot another building or two and then start fighting the boss. With these boss POIs, I feel like you always want to try to like get it as fast as you can, but you also want to make sure you have adequate loot to deal with third parties and stuff. Now I think they could just go for it. There's typically a decent amount of ammo boxes in the building with the boss as well to the right. I think we just heard some shots from somebody in this POI though. They were down these steps. Like, yeah, they're kind of the direction that he's looking now. I thought we heard like a few shots. Seems like they know there's somebody here as well. Not sure if they're getting visual audio over there or what. Okay, yeah, they probably are. Hard to hear anything with the boss here, but he may have had visual audio that that person was like walking around there. Obviously now they're crouch walking, but they might not have always been. Seems like the person is also aware that the superhero skin we're watching is here, but they don't seem, you know, certain he's in this building. I'm surprised they didn't shoot yet. I think when the enemy was just in front of him there, he could have gotten a few AR shots on them and then just pushed with the auto shotgun and gotten the kill. And like I was saying earlier, I feel like you want to kind of eliminate this boss as fast as you can. The longer you let it go, the more likely you are to get third party. So just letting that opportunity to get damage on the enemy slip, I think was a bad thing. And it might come back to cost him here. We'll see. But now he has no idea where that person went. Okay, they're right in front of him. Should be a free kill. All right. That makes me concerned though. Obviously, there needs to be a balance between playing like way too reckless and aggressive and kind of thinking about what you're doing. But that initial interaction makes me think the superhero skin is plays it very safe, and that can definitely come back to cost you at times in Fortnite. They don't seem to be aware of how you eliminate this boss either. You gotta shoot the eyes. So you knock her and then the mask kind of picks her up. At this point, you have to shoot the eyes on the mask. And then it'll drop her again. You finish her health again. And then I think the mask will take her again. And then like the second time you shoot the eyes out, it's like the final time. But now he's gotta shoot the eyes again. Okay, now he just finishes the lady, and then I think she'll be done. Okay, nice. But the mask is gonna blow up. All right, we're good to go. But one thing else. Oh, GG's. Probably. Down to 60 health. Okay, one thing I was trying to talk about is that, like, in Fortnite, or just any battle royale, I feel like there needs to be a balance between trying to play too safe and at least being somewhat decisive and somewhat aggressive. And with how that initial fight went, it makes me concerned that this player is, like, not going to be very decisive, and that can definitely cost you a lot of times. As we just saw there, they almost just lost the mythic as soon as they got it. And it's hard to know if, like, maybe they did things a little bit faster, if they would have been fine. But that's kind of like what I was saying, where, like, I want to clear my POI quick and then get the boss, because there's always going to be people trying to rotate in. Should be running up on him here. Oh, no. I think this should be them. They have 13 health left, but they just... Okay. They just threw their mask straight, which it can definitely work sometimes. But since this player was already shooting at the superhero skin we were watching, and then they just mask straight ahead, they're still in this player's line of sight. I thought that this person was just going to jump on them with the katana, though. What the heck? Rat City. I would want to push up here. Maybe not, actually. If that fight was actually, like, happening and both players were trading damage, I would say that this Hope would maybe want to push up and, like, be able to clean that fight up and then have all that loot. But we'll see. Maybe she's not even that worried about getting the medallion. But the Mythic Void Mask, I think, is just the best mobility in the game right now. I think you definitely want that. So many people around here, though. She's doing a good job of not moving in this bush. There's people in the house next to her, and if she moves in the bush, it's going to make the bush noise, and then that person is probably going to be aware that she's here. But the fact that she hasn't moved yet, she's moving now, but, like, she's moving slowly, so hopefully it makes no noise. But I like that she was kind of still in that bush. That's, like, one little minor thing that potentially could have, like, helped her. People all over the place, though. She's so patient. Another car pulling up. So this person in front of her has a grenade NPC, and it's chucking grenades at her bush. She hit that guy good damage, I think. We don't get, like, the damage numbers on Spectator, but it looked like she hit him a few times. Just under her. They're not? Oh, I thought they were under the bunker. Like, under where she is now. Getting beamed by somebody. Her only mobility is a katana, so if she does have to get away from a fight, it's going to be hard for her to, like, get out if the person that's fighting her has decent aim. Like, the katana is a good mobility item, but I feel like it's not the greatest, like, escape a bad situation mobility item, because your movement is kind of gradual. Both the shockwaves. Oh, yeah, he is under the bunker. He's drinking a big pot right now. We're using a med kit. I promise. The person is, like, under her bunker. You can hear them using the heals. And that's why this NPC is still stuck around. Oh, he just ran out. I kind of want this Hope to lose the fight, though, because she's, like, incredibly patient. I thought it was good in the bush, because I thought she was, like, waiting for, like, the fight next to her to happen. But now she's just, like, hiding for the sake of hiding. I feel like we'll go back to her, I guess. Person next to her just died. I want to say she's not interesting to watch, but that person who just got the kill down there is a decent player. I know who that is. I'm pretty sure they've been in my spectating videos before. He just left, though, I guess. But yeah, I don't really understand what that Hope is doing. She's, like, getting placement in this public match. This person just got an elimination and they have a crown, so I guess we can watch them. Says they have 0 kills, but I think this is a spectator bug. I'm pretty certain I saw them in the kill feed. And there's loot right outside their building. They have decent ways to go for zone, but that's really not too big of a deal because the amount of mobility we have in the game right now. They have katana and shockwaves. I didn't mean to hit that button. Fortnite is so troll. Okay. I feel like if you did want to get eliminations in this zone, you would want to go over here because people are going to be going for this radio tower, but also the medallion is here, which is going to draw a lot of people. So I expect this area of the zone to be decently populated, and that's kind of what we were watching earlier with like that Hope just hiding. There's a good amount of people over there constantly fighting. On the dirt bike, you got to be really careful using these this season with how insane the hollow twister AR is. You can get beamed off this really easily. I pretty much never want to use the dirt bikes. I like when my opponents use it though. I would definitely want to get that car there. I think having the cars is a big deal this season. With just, again, how insane the ARs are. Like, if you have a car, not only do you have a piece of mobile cover, but you do have the ability to, like, travel through an area and maybe not get beamed as much. I didn't know you could actually pick the sprite up while it was doing the animation like that. That's, like, I just learned that, actually. I don't use them very much, but anytime I did use them, I waited until it was, like, done doing what it did and then went and caught it. Again. The crown that was just picked up in Seaport City. Personally, don't really like pushing that POI though. I've never been the biggest fan of like the big city POIs. It's just so many different angles that you can get beamed by. If you are getting chased though, I feel like going to there is like pretty beneficial. Like just void portaling up to one of the rooftops. If I need to like get lost by somebody, I feel like that's like a really good place to go to. Don't really know what this person's doing. I guess he's gonna go to the bridge. This medallion is still there and the radio tower hasn't been claimed. That medallion for the ammo, I feel like isn't the most high value thing. Like I talked about at the start of the video, a lot of people are kind of like iffy on whether or not they even want it. But I really like it for fighting the boss that spawns on the island in 4th zone. It's having that extra ammo regenerate over time to like, you know, hopefully eliminate the boss a little faster is, I think it's very good. And then also when trying to like spray people's cars, I feel like it's really good for that as well. He's just driving around. Underneath the G-Wagon, maybe? Personally, I like the G-Wagon. It's better cover, I think, like more cover. And then also, if someone does get in your car and you have to like get out and beam them, I feel like it's an easier time to just headshot the passengers with your AR on like the SUV car than it is like the regular cars. That's why I pretty much always use this one or prefer to use this one. I think they're going to give it gas. And they're getting beamed for it. Island just spawned. Kind of where everyone is already, or where the medallion is. See if this player goes for that. I personally do really enjoy going for that. I like the invisibility medallion. The fact that it gives unlimited sprint is nice as well. But also to me, it's not that make or break. Like, I haven't played against it very much because I typically get it. But in the instances where I have had an enemy using it, it hasn't felt impossible to me to like see the person that's invisible. Like they're not totally invisible. This is a player earlier that I was saying is good. Like I fought this player many times. Not in a great situation here though. This is an AI luckily. So this is going to be a kill and he's going to be able to get that loot. It's amazing. I was going to say they're not in a great situation though because they have no shield. But they should have no problem healing here. The gold twin mag air or hollow twister air. Are they not going to use the shield? Okay, I was concerned there for a second. He's maybe doing no shield only challenge. Car above him to the left. He's certainly aware of that though. I'm interested to see if they're gonna go for island or not. Also, I feel like double heals, like it's fine, but I would much rather have double mobility this season. Like I pretty much always run shockwaves in the mask or like the mask and katana or shockwave katana, but like I feel like I typically have one of the masks. That's that car. I think it's a person we were spectating earlier. He's gonna try to get in their car. Ends up not getting the pickaxe off. It's hit. Person's not defending themselves though, so it's fine. He's just beaming them. It annoys me that Spectator doesn't have damage numbers, but he just did a good amount of damage to that player in the car. I heard the shield break noise. He could probably get the island medallion right now if he wanted to. Or at least like start progress on that. Putting a void ball here. in case he has to come down. So like if there's somebody that just like gets god timing on him here and beams him, then I guess he's gonna teleport to that void ball. But he should be fine. I think with how long the island's been on here, if anybody was up here already, the boss would have started fighting them. I don't like standing where he's standing though, because he can be shot by any of the other islands. I like standing back by the tower over there to his right. But where he is, like, he is so susceptible to like anybody on any one of the other islands just like melting him. And with how insane the Hollow Twister AR is this season, I feel like you just... The less likely you are to get melted, probably the more likely you are to win. Like, you just die so fast with the gun. There we go. Maybe we'll have double medallions. And the mythic katana if he wants it. He's gonna go with the fire mask? Okay. The mythic katana and this medallion pair very well because one of the downsides of the katana is that it goes off your stamina. And the medallion gives you unlimited stamina when sprinting, so you just have unlimited katana movement. Feels a lot better when you have that medallion. I still do prefer shockwaves though. Like for how I want my mobility item, shockwaves are one of the best. And then the void mask is also incredible. He's a player there. It's also one to his left close. It's one shot, but that's not really much. Might push off it anyways. What the heck? Should be a kill. That's unfortunate. The car isn't like, yeah, okay. I feel like he looked at that person there a little bit too long. There's somebody else jumping on him here. Oh my gosh. Maybe they fight. I think this might be that Hope that was camping earlier. No, it wasn't. It was a different Hope. What am I watching? There's so many people just like hiding right here. 7 opponents remain still. Someone on this hill, I think, shooting at the car. I would want to try to third party that, but I don't think they have zone anyway, so it's not the end of the world. Fix that Frozone up a little bit, but again, it's not like a ridiculous amount of damage. What could be a good amount of damage though? Okay, they're gonna void. I was gonna say if they get back in that car again, he could maybe finish the car quickly, blow it up, and get that 75 damage. Because I believe that the car the Frozone was using was like tagged by the person on top of the mountain. I'm pretty sure there's somebody up top on the mountain to the right, but maybe there isn't. That Frozone again. Okay, yeah, no, there is somebody up there. They're shooting them right now. He's gonna steal the car, and you can't. That's unfortunate. Luckily, he only took a little bit of damage there, but that could have gone south. If the Frozone didn't run there, then probably both the Frozone and this player just get eliminated by the person sitting up top. That's kind of like what I was saying before about, like, you know, being too aggro can grief you. Not being aggro enough can also grief you. Like, that's a little bit unnecessarily aggro. He swapped weapons a little bit too early when he teleported, and that's what canceled his teleport. He might have done it intentionally. I'm not sure, but if you're wondering why he ended up back where he was to begin with, that's why. Frozone's in front of him. This car is... Okay, I thought it was like very damaged. Okay, it is quite damaged actually. It's 300 health, which is like, it sounds like a lot, but with the Hollow Twister AR in the game, it goes quick. He's gonna kill his player with the pickaxe trick. Nice. I wouldn't want to use this car though, because like I talked about earlier, like blowing the car up in the enemy can be a good initiation to a fight. This car is weak enough to the point where that'll happen rather quickly. Right there, he takes damage too. Steals this player's car. Frozone's running in on the dirt bike. That Frozone is the most troll player. Is he gonna get out and beam them again? Okay, that guy gets out. This should be an easy kill. He already had them decently weak. They're trying to use the... What? I didn't even know that could happen. I was gonna say, this person trying to use the katana on him? That's so unfortunate. I'm annoyed for him. Okay, I didn't know you could get hit through the car with the katana. What I was about to say was this person is like eagerly trying to use the katana. So just being near or in your car is like pretty ideal. Like how I would have played that, it's basically how Sony was. Where like I would have wanted to shoot at this person we're spectating now. And then once they get to the point where they can katana me, like once they're close, then I just get in my car, drive away a little bit, reposition, and then just rinse and repeat that over and over again. Because for the most part, a lot of times being in your car just, you know, reduces or like negates the melee weapons. And I've done what I just talked about there a lot, and I haven't gotten hit through my car like that. That's actually crazy. I think they did like the downward strike or something, like the area of effect one. Maybe that's what happened. Like that hits through cars, I guess. But I'm pretty certain the just regular melee attack of the katana won't hit you through cars. Heals up, but he has no shield here. Mini's on the ground. That's actually very lucky. There's also another water sprite in front of him, but I don't know if he's going to have time to get that because of zone. Did he take the medallions? Okay, he didn't take the medallions. That's actually decent. Obviously, the medallions are good and you would like to have them, but not having health and really coming in on edge of zone like this, if everybody knew where he was and knew that he was like coming from storm like that, he would have a decent chance of being held. So I think not taking the medallions there was actually a good idea. Crown just activated and somebody else's crown activated like in front of him too. Maybe in that bush, but I think it was more to the right. Okay, I guess it was that bush. Gets hit, but not really that much damage. Unless it's overshield, but that's it. You want to wait for your overshield to regenerate here before shooting. He's getting in before his overshield regens is really bad. He's like not the healthiest as is. Like I feel like the way like this fight is bad regardless, but like you should probably at least wait until your overshield regens. He's just gonna lose here, I think. Zone pulls back his way. There was somebody like over in this direction shooting as well. I would want that water sprite, but it might not be worth. Like he might just get bad timing and die because of it. But it might be worth getting that air sprite at the same time because he has 40 health. Like this is rough. Don't use it in this bush. This bush is not going to be in zone soon, so I think using it here was kind of a mistake. I would want to like get ahead of zone into that house or something and then use it there. Pick it up and then go to that house probably. I would void mask to that house. This bush is not in zone, so you don't want to be here. And he's not the healthiest. He's getting beamed by this other person. Like things have not been going well for him. I'm surprised he's allowed to just katana out like that. I guess the other person left, but yeah. There's a big pot there. That's actually so lucky for him. But being in like a terrible HP situation like that, I wouldn't want to rotate late. If he was full HP and he was like felt good, then maybe you can rotate late and try to hold that person and grief them as they rotate out of their bush. But you're in a terrible spot. I feel like you don't have like the luxury of HP to like play like that. Best case scenario, I think for him would have been that he gets ahead early and then the other two fight and then he just like third parties out or holds the winner of that fight. The person under him, they just jumped up on his roof. Wait, maybe this is that hope from earlier that was camping. I don't know which of them I would want to win less. I don't know why this guy doesn't shoot his gun. Oh, that bunker right there would be a good thing to avoid too. I don't know if it's in zone though, but there's like a bunker in front of him and to his right. Right there. I don't know if an enemy yeah, there's somebody in it. I think a game where everyone's just kind of playing to not fight, so the first two people to fight probably just get third partied by the other, and they all know that, so nobody's fighting. There was somebody in that car though. They're gonna come around his way. In a situation like this, just throwing your void mask all the way up and then teleporting to the sky and then dropping down can be helpful, because you reduce your chances of just getting hopped on by one of them. He lost the game, I think. Because of what I just talked about, he killed Hope in the storm, but he's going to die here. He's 7 health. Okay. But like I talked about, it's a 1v1v1 and everyone's just kind of playing to do nothing and then third party and win, right? And so if you're in that player's shoes, I feel like you maybe want to like tag at people when you can, but you always want to just make sure you're somewhat safe positioning wise. And so just going in on the hope with your katana makes an easy chance for this person to third party. Now that isn't what ended up happening. This person still wins, but I think that probably the end of that game probably should have been like Rotator just shooting him as he meleeed the hope. But that's not what ended up happening. I think he got like shockwave by that person shock or something. It was weird. But either way, interesting game nonetheless. As always, if you guys did find this to be helpful, informative, interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you would like to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.